ask them that about
My ascension is through the roof. I peaked interest.
That's what I specialize in.
Here's what you about to do, sorry, bro.
I've been the best! I've been the best! Hurry!
Where's my man? Battle rap fiend, get on this shit.
Fiends. So decided to go ahead and do another one of these reenactment boys here. I figured I'd drop drop 2 in a day here. Go ahead and give y'all something else to feast on here for a quick minute. I figured I'd go ahead and bring y'all this the Shotime SP and Vada Daylyt versus Tay-Rock breakdown here. Kind of going into this here, after watching the battle, the Tay-Rock versus Daylyt battle, I already knew, Shotime was gonna get on this, like flies on you know what. So I was like, when he goes on ahead and drops this, I was like, what if I go ahead and imitate, what he's doing here and see how it goes right there, just for the hell of it. Because I was like, I watch these cats on a consistent basis. That's the channel that I always tune in for my any type of news or whatever the case is right there, especially for the bar breakdowns, because Showtime's a genius at that right there. So I was like, if I go ahead and when I was watching it, I paid attention to everything he was doing. I was like, you know what, these are the bars I'm actually gonna wind up doing. Now, I was like, I gotta get into character, so I was like, he's wearing he's wearing all black, so I was like, let me go ahead and put my black on. And he actually put the frames on because he had to get surgical with the lyrics and stuff. So I was like, all right, let me go ahead and get my smack glasses on real brief. So I put the smack glasses on, and I realized, I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and try to add a little bit more extra sauce. And I haven't seen anybody actually notice this, but I put the little Vada a little cartoon up on the side right there, and nobody really paid attention to that. And so I was like, let me go ahead and add him in here to kind of add a little bit more authenticity to it real brief. So we'll go ahead and get into it real brief.
Flaming rock, you knew I could rock. Croc. He said before.
So when I'm over here watching Showtime, Showtime's always animated with his breakdowns and stuff like that. So it's like, well, I had to put that down. I was like, we all involved in the Miss Flaming Rock. Like I saw him, look over there to, look over the Vada and then go back to it. So I had to make sure I got his, his mannerisms down, because when it comes to these, these face-offs or breakdowns or whatever the case is, I have to be very, very meticulous with them, because like I said, it's all second-based and whatnot.
The abyss came in. So Croc is a crocodile. Rock calls himself the Crocodile. Cayman is a species.
So right here, like, I must have did this particular part just for SP alone, I think about 10 times, because like I said, it's mannerisms. It's like I have to get his mannerisms down. Like I did it, and then I play it back, and I was like, nah man, that don't look good. And then I play it back again, it's like nah. I had to make sure I had it all the way down to like a T, like what's it called, Cassidy be saying, I had to get down to the science right there to make sure I got it all correct.
Of a reptile. This is the shit that I'm talking about. Okay,
that was another one. It's like this is the shit that I'm talking about. Okay, I'm just saying, I really looked this stuff up, so it's like I had to make sure I got that down, because that was in one of my opinion right there is like, I thought that was that's like a key moment on the video, as far as me putting that in there. I don't think if I didn't put that down in there correctly, it wouldn't have came out looking right. And that's why I said, like I said, I did this like over 10, like at least about 10 times, just to make sure I got this one, this 19-second part down correctly in order for it to translate properly.
I really looked this shit up. He says, if you...
I had to go ahead and cut to Vada, man. So I was like, I know Vada, I think he was wearing like some either like black and yellow or black and gold or something like that. So I was like, okay, cool. I got black and gold in my closet. Let me go ahead and throw this on real brief. And right here, I actually had with this, me throwing the towel part right here, I did this maybe 20 times. Let me go ahead and play it for y'all real brief.
Aim it to pull my watch card.
So me throwing the towel was at least about 20 times because I was trying to figure out the proper way for it to fall on my shoulder. I was like, if I do it like this, y'all gonna see my hand come over, and he just tossed it, and it just so happened to land on his shoulder. So I was like, how can I go ahead and make this thing fall on my shoulder? I was like, I tried to drop it in the air and have it land, and then I tried to go ahead and, before I even, hit record, toss it so it can land on my shoulder somehow. Like I did this over like at least about a solid 20 times before I went on ahead and got it done correctly and whatnot, so it could actually fall down. And like that was, like I said, another key part in the video right there. I was like, if I don't get this towel right, that's also not going to come out looking like I want it to look, because it's not going to be authentic enough.
Let's take it back when I first became a pop star. I was big banging.
And see, and the mannerisms that Shotime be doing, man, is just, I had to get it down to a science. Like, I can't stress that enough as far as it being down just so meticulously, man. It has to be correct. And it's like me going on ahead and saying I was big banging, and I saw the look in his face. He's like, it's disgusting. And he just turned over and looked and just was like, man, like I don't know what else to say after this right here. So I had to make sure I got his mannerisms down just to look over at Vada. And that's another one right there. It's little details right there. Because when he was doing the breakdown, he had the towel on him, right? So, and shortly after he went on ahead and said the rest of those bars, he took the towel down. And I noticed that. I was like, well, I got to go ahead and make sure I take this towel down right here, because it's not going to be authentic if it's not done properly. People may notice it, they may not notice it, but I'm damn sure going to notice it.
No.
And right here, so it's like, when they cut to Vada, they had it all zoomed up, and I was thinking of like, well, what if I just keep it, normal right here? If I keep it normal, so let me see how it's gonna turn out. So I played it and did it, just with it being normal, and I was like, nah, that don't look right, Chief. It's got to be exactly like the actual video right there on how he did it. So it's like I had to make sure I zoomed in all the way so y'all can see my whole face just to go ahead and make this look proper right here.
No. No.
I'm tripping, man, because I went on ahead and zoomed myself in for a second just to do the no part, and then I had to cut out and then take it back to the normal setting just so you can go ahead and see my see the regular face right there. And I had to go ahead and get the towel. So I think I did this part right here maybe 3 to 5 times. Make sure the zoom in and zoom out part looked good so it could actually flow properly. And mind you, like, this is another thing that's the reason why this stuff takes so long. It's like I'm also, obviously I'm switching clothes back and forth. But when I'm doing this, like, I can't like go back to just one, like, say the zoom in part. I can't go back to the zoom in part and play it just from there. I have to start from the very beginning to go all the way up into that part just to see if it looks correct. So that takes a lot of time. So it's like I have to make sure everything is down, down to a T right there. So. And with here, I had to make sure I had to go ahead and, put the camera, put the towel over. So, because he already had the camera going. So.
Who better than you? No, keep rapping. Just keep rapping. Fuck people. Just keep going.
Whatever you plan.
Now, mind you, I had to pay attention to the timestamp as to when he took the towel down and said the whole, my fault, y'all. I had to make sure I went on ahead and paid attention to the timestamp so I can go ahead and take the towel down to go ahead and pan to Vodafly real brief. So like I said, it looks like I'm trying to remember like what let me see what the timestamp was, because this took a little bit of time because I didn't like the way I was looking.
Get split by the man. See ya when the camera pan.
Pan G. Yo, keep going.
Yo, so it's like I had to make sure like I took that down at the right time just so I can go to do the G up right there. Now that I did that maybe like I think 5-6 times, because when I did it, like I had to make sure I put the towel over the camera at the right time, monitoring the actual timestamp, and then to take it down just to go ahead and say that part right there. So it was about a solid like 5-6 times. This video in total, I think, took about an hour and a half to do, just with me changing clothes and as far as a thought and everything that went into it right here. So it took a while. Like the face offs and stuff like that, they take a little bit more time than the actual battles, because when it's an actual battle, I can just memorize the bars, and sometimes I don't have to change clothes depending on what's really going on and whatnot. But these face-offs and the URL prime times and stuff, they take a lot more time than the regulars would. So I figured I'd go ahead and give y'all give this one to y'all too as well. I haven't bring these reenactments to y'all in a minute, so I decided to go ahead and give y'all the dot and then this one right here. So yeah, man, if y'all have any, if y'all want me to do another one here or have any, requests here as far as these are concerned, just let me know in the comments below. But I'll holler at y'all. Battle Rap Fiend on the checkout. Peace.